Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. In our day and age and in our society, many people are chasing after get rich quick schemes. They want to acquire a lot of money, but they don't want to have to work very hard for it. And so a lot of people are feeding off of those who want to get rich very quickly and are actually uh, advertising, hey, give me some money and I'll give you these simple steps that you can follow and you'll become rich. And what happens is individuals who are trying to get rich without working hard end up spending all their money on fruitless endeavors, and they end up a lot of times penniless, or even worse than that, extremely in debt. And our proverb reading today ought to help us in this regard. In Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 19, it says, "He who tills his land will have plenty of food, but he who follows empty pursuits will have poverty in plenty." So the idea here is that if you want to have plenty of food, just put your head down, get to work hard, and you will reap the rewards of that labor. It may not get you wealthy. It may not get you, um, you may not become a millionaire or something like that, but at least you'll have food on the table. And there's something to just working hard, getting up every day, getting up early, going out and working, being diligent, getting that steady income, to put it in our day and age, but back then, putting in the seeds in the ground, tilling the ground, getting prepared for the harvest. There's something about just working hard each and every day that really becomes more profitable than just following a bunch of pursuits that promise wealth and promise an easy life, but very often does not deliver. And so the writer of Proverbs would say, just get to work. Whatever it is that you can do, just get to working hard, get that steady income going, and then you will have food enough and plenty of food to eat. And so that's a very timely word for us even today. But we could also think about this in terms of the spiritual life, because there's oftentimes people want with their spiritual life what they would want with wealth. That is, I want to have a rich spiritual life, but not work very hard for it. Now, they may not verbalize it that way or even think of it in those terms consciously, but subconsciously, that's kind of what we expect. We think, well, why do I not have a close relationship with the Lord? Why is it that I fall so often on these various sins and temptations? Why is it that I'm just not growing like I would like to as a believer? And we look back and we lament on the lost years and the lost time that we've spent where there wasn't much growth, there wasn't much drawing close to the Lord, there wasn't much spirituality in our lives. And we just kind of lament it and wonder, I wish I could just be closer to God. And yet we have to ask ourselves, are we willing to put in the hard work for it? Sometimes we might be thinking, well, we just want lightning to strike out of heaven and somehow we magically become close to the Lord and we magically have a rich and fruitful spiritual life. And that one day we'll just wake up and all of a sudden everything's just going to fall into place. Well, the same principle applies. If we want a rich spiritual life, if we want to draw close to the Lord, if we want to have victory over sin and temptation, it takes hard work. We got to till the ground. We got to get to work. We got to put our head down, get to work. And when we do so, as we're working steadily, so the fruits of those labors will also richly supply us steadily as well. And there is a direct correlation to the hard work that we put into the spiritual life and the fruits that we bear as a result. And so that's why it's very important for us each and every day as we wake up to say, you know what, I'm going to spend time in God's Word. I'm not just going to read through my reading real quickly and then forget about it, but I'm going to meditate on the Word. I'm going to really take it in. I'm going to digest it. I'm going to spend all day thinking about God's Word, but I'm also going to be diligent about spending that quiet time with the Lord in prayer, but also maintaining a prayerful disposition throughout the day. I'm going to be worshiping the Lord and drawing my heart close to Him by spending the day in awe of His majesty and His greatness and His love and His mercy. Um, it takes a little bit of effort to draw close to the Lord, and it takes a little bit of effort to have a rich spiritual life and to have that growth that we desire. But the promise is, as we read in James chapter 4, that if we will draw close to the Lord, He will draw near to us. And so we do that with the hope. Yes, we're working to it, but at the same time, we have God's grace to meet us in our labors. And when the two come together, we, as a result, get a very fruitful life. And we are able to enjoy the fruits of that type of life as we go through this life with a true purpose, with a true meaning, and with our hearts full of God and our hearts full of all the blessings that comes along with that. So today, let's be encouraged to not just wait around and hope that we have a rich spiritual life, not just wait around and hope that we will draw close to the Lord, but till the ground, put our heads down, get to work, and reap the benefits, the fruits of that hard work that we put into the spiritual life. As Galatians, the book of Galatians says, if we reap to the Spirit, we will also, if we sow to the Spirit, we also reap from the Spirit. And that's the type of life that we want. So these are some things we can reflect on and think about as we do our reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.